Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhiriyet Nashtiprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtake. So today being the beginning of Purushottam month, and before coming to ISKCON, didn't know anything about Purushottam month or Maas or Adhik Maas. Just was living normal life, and then came to ISKCON, then read about it. Then what is this Purushottam month or Maas? So try to find out more about it. So Brahmaji, when he did the creation, he made a year, 12 months, and now there are two calculations. One is solar and one is lunar. Now, according to solar calculation, 12 months means 12 simple months, nothing extraordinary, 365 days. But lunar calculation, that makes up to 354 days if you take a year. Now, English calendar or Gregorian calendar, even for solar months, is about 365 days and 6 hours. So to compensate for that 6 hours, so every 4 years, they add 1 day, leap year they call it. But when it comes to lunar year, lunar calendar, it is 354 days. Now there is a gap of 11 days, 1 hour, 31 minutes, and 12 seconds, to be exact. So according to the Vedic calculations, so every 32 months, 16 days, and few hours, there is a month, full month is added to make up for this difference. But when Brahmaji did his creation, so he, for every month, a particular name is given, but from Vaishnava point of view, all the Vaishnava astrologers gave Vaishnava names, like Kartik month, Magh Maas, then Vaishak, Jesh. But then Hindu Panchang has different names. And in every month, something different is given, provided by Vrata or Yagya, or according to the month, then seasonal changes. So many things are mentioned. But this Adhik Maas, extra month, there was nothing mentioned. No sacrifices mentioned, no yagya, no tapa, nothing. So it was called Mal Maas or dirty month. So means no karma kanda sacrifice is done in this month, and no material fruitive results one can get. Now, according to Vedic text, everything has a personality. Every month also has a personality. So this month, as a person, she went to Kshirodaksha Vishnu, and she fell down at his feet. That everybody calls me Malmas, I'm not good for anything. Why did you create me? Why I am having this lifetime here? And she was crying and crying. And Kshirodaksha Vishnu said, well, if you are created, so there has to be some reason for it. And I don't know, so let's go to Krishna. Let's go to Golok Vrindavan, and maybe he can tell you what exactly is he has in mind for you. And Malmas will say, I don't have any name, and they all call me Malmas. You're dirty, you're useless. Okay. So they went to Krishna. They said, the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna Goloka will deliver you from all your miseries. Please come with me. So when they went to Golok, Vrindavan, so Krishna, who is also known as Purushottam, this is also mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. He mentions his own name as Purushottam in Bhagavad Gita. So when he looked at this month, and she was really crying, and he said, "Oh Vishnu, you have done a great deed by bringing this extra month to me. You will become even more famous for performing this act because you have accepted this Malmas. I'll also accept her. I shall make this poor extra month just like me in quality, fame, opulence, realization, success, and in giving benediction to devotees. For karmis, it has no value, but for devotees, it has much more value. This month will become equally potent to me. I'm bestowing all of my divine qualities in this abused month. Named after me, this month will be famous as Purushottam month in this world." He says in Bhagavad Gita that of all the months, I'm Margashirsha, the December, January. But this Purushottam month, he has invested all his qualities in this month. He's bestowing all the qualities. Oh Janardhan, now that she has imbued my qualities, I myself will become the husband and protector of this Purushottam month. And being equal to me, this month will be the master of all other months. Now this month will become worshipable by one and all. Everyone should pay their obeisances to her. Everyone should worship her. This month is equally as powerful as me to give any type of benediction to its observer. I'm making this month desire-free, unlike other months which are full of some desire or other. The worshipper of this month will be able to burn all his past sinful reactions to ashes. And after enjoying a blissful life in material realm, he'll return back to Godhead. This is how powerful this month is. O Garudhvaja, Lord Krishna continued, my Golok is unattainable to the performers of austerities, Mahatmas engaged in pious activities, to people who maintain celibacy, or to those who fast a whole life's duration. But just by observing Purushottam month and becoming a devotee, one can easily cross over this material ocean and return back to Godhead. Observance of this Purushottam month is the best of all austerities. Just as a farmer produces a rich harvest by planting seeds in nicely cultivated land, so an intelligent man who practices devotional service towards the Supreme Lord in this Purushottam month will enjoy a blissful life while in this world, and after leaving his body, he will return back to Godhead. So this is from Padma Puran actually. So very clearly, Krishna is saying this. An unfortunate, ignorant man who does not perform any japa, does not give any charity, does not pay respect to Lord Sri Krishna and his devotees, does not behave properly to Brahmins, makes enmity with others, and blasphemes the Purushottam month, will go to hell for an unlimited period. Of course, we all perform japa, so don't need to worry about that. So Lord Krishna continued, how can a person make his life successful unless he performs a devotional service in this Purushottam month? A person who is fully engaged in sense gratification and does not give any special importance to this sacred month becomes the best candidate for hell. So, so basically it is a take a bath in holy river, worship me, Krishna, by chanting his holy names and give in charity. This is the basic thing. But otherwise, people, devotees do observe more austerities. Just like for Kartik, we observe more austerities in the sense like eating once a day, and or sleeping only on the floor, not on the bed, and not using any oil, and eating not any luxurious items, very, very simple items. And there is a nice, one nice historical event concerning Draupadi actually. When the Pandavas were in exile, then Krishna came to meet them. And 12 years of exile and 1 year of incognito they had to go through. So Draupadi asked him, why we had to go through this kind of trouble? Then Krishna said, now I'm going to narrate a famous historical event concerning the previous birth of Draupadi. In her previous birth, Draupadi was a daughter of a great Brahmin sage called Medhavi. Her mother died when she was a small child, and so she was under the care of her father. Day by day, she grew to full bloom youth. She was very beautiful, but her father was not interested in arranging her marriage. Seeing her other girlfriends with their husbands and young children, she passed her days in very miserable way. In the meantime, her father passed away from this material world while uttering the sacred name of Hari. This made his daughter even more miserable. Fortunately, the great sage Durvasa Muni appeared in her ashram shortly after her father's death. Seeing the great sage, the girl paid her obeisances to him and respectfully worshipped him. She offered flowers and fruits to the great sage. When he expressed his pleasure with her reception, she began lamenting and crying before him. Concerned, the sage inquired about her lamentation. The Brahman girls began to speak. Oh, great Saint Durvasa, you know everything, past, present, and future. I have no shelter in this world. I have lost all of my relatives. My parents have passed away and I have no elder brother. I'm also unmarried and therefore there is no husband to protect me. Oh, great sage, please do something. Please help me. Please give me some advice to relieve me from this miserable condition. After listening to her prayer, Durvasa began to consider the unfortunate condition of the girl, and he decided to show mercy towards her. Durvasa Muni said, "Oh beautiful month, 3 months from now, the most auspicious Purushottam month will begin. This sacred month is most dear to Lord Shri Krishna. Just by taking a holy bath in this month, a man or woman can become completely sinless. This Purushottam month is more glorious than all other months, including Kartik. The glories of all other months is not even equal to 1/16 of the glories of Purushottam month. The merit of a person who takes a holy bath even once in this month is equal to the merit of taking bath in the Ganges for 12,000 years, or the merit achieved by a person who takes a bath in holy water of Ganges or Godavari. When Brihaspati or Jupiter enters into Leo, if you take the holy bath, then all your miseries will go away. So just see, well, Ganges or even Yamuna also, now in Delhi, Yamuna ji has come to everybody to give them bath in her holy waters. After speaking these words, Durvasa remained silent. Unfortunately, the young Brahmani did not believe in his words. Rather, she became angry and started blaspheming. Oh, great sage, you're lying. How could this extra month, which is also called Maas, be superior to other great months like Magh, Kartik, and Vaishak? I cannot believe your words. You're trying to cheat me. This extra month is known to be most abominable for any kind of pious activity. Hearing these words of the Brahmin girl, Durvasa became very angry. His whole body started burning and his eyes became red. But remembering the helpless condition of the girl, he consciously controlled himself. Says Durvasa told the girl, oh, unfortunate one, I'm not going to curse you because your father was a good friend of mine. You are in such a helpless condition. Being an ignorant child, you cannot understand the Shastric conclusion. I'm not going to take your offenses towards me seriously. But at the same time, I cannot and should not tolerate your offenses towards Purushottam month. In your next life, you will certainly reap the results of your offensive words. The great Sage Durvasa then hurriedly left that place to perform his service to Lord Narayan. Lord Shri Krishna told Arjuna, O sinless one, when Durvasa Muni left that place, the Brahman girl Draupadi in her last life lost all of her opulences in a moment. Being an offender to Purushottam month, her body began to look very ugly and she lost all her bodily effulgence. She then decided to worship Lord Shiva, who was known as Ashutosh, who was very easily pleased. This young Brahmani then began to perform great austerities to please Lord Shiva, the husband of Parvati. She continued her austerities for 9,000 years. In the summer season, she would sit for meditation, surrounded by fire under the hot sun. In the winter season, she meditated under freezing cold water. Observing her great austerities, even the demigods became fearful. Lord Shankar then appeared before the Brahman girl because he was pleased by her worship and austerities. When Lord Shiva appeared before the girl in a spiritual form, the girl immediately stood up rejuvenated. In the presence of Lord Shiva, all of her bodily weakness had disappeared and she again started to look beautiful. Seeing Lord Shiva in front of her, she started to worship him in her mind and then began to recite nice prayers to please him. Being very pleased with the girl, Lord Shiva asked, a performer of austerity, all good fortune to you. Now please ask some boon from me. I am pleased with you. I shall grant you whatever you want. Hearing these words from the mouth of Lord Shiva, the girl said, O friend of the poor, if you're pleased with me, then please give me husband. Repeatedly speaking the same words, give me husband, 5 times. The girl then fell silent. Lord Shiva said, let it be. You've asked for a husband 5 times, so you will get 5 husbands. Hearing Lord Shiva's word, the girl became very ashamed. She said, Oh Lord, it's most abominable for a girl to have 5 husbands. Please retract your words. Lord Shiva then spoke to her very gravely. That is impossible for me. What you asked from me will be granted. You will get 5 husbands in your next life. Previously, you offended Purushottam month by not following the kind advice of Sage Durvasa. O Brahman girl, there is no difference between the body of Durvasa and mine. All demigods, including Lord Brahma and all the great saints like Narad, worship this Purushottam month in accord with the order of Lord Shri Krishna. A devotee of Purushottam month achieves all good fortune in this life. And at the end of life, he goes back to Golok Dham. So, anyway, the story goes a little further. Lord Krishna further says, Arjuna, in the meantime, the great king Drupad, so we know how Drupad performed the austerities and Draupadi appeared from the fire of the sacrifice. And then she had Pandavas, 5 Pandavas as her husband. But at the same time, she had so much of devotion for Krishna that her another name was Krishna, with a long A, Krishna and Krishna. And Krishna himself appeared to protect her chastity, to protect her during this Agyatwas and Banvas. Krishna himself protected her all the time. And it is said it is because she had worshipped or observed austerities during Purushottam month. Of course, our austerity is only one. Chant the holy names of Krishna. Simple as that. It is actually so simple. It's and Valmiki Muni also said, by observing Purushottam Vrata, one attains more benefit than performing 100 red horse sacrifices. All holy places live within the body of a Purushottam month Vrati. Anyone who faithfully performs Purushottam Vrata will go to Golok Vrindavan. Narad Muni said, Purushottam month is the best of all months, vratas and austerities. Just by faithfully hearing the glories of Purushottam month, one attains Krishna Bhakti and immediately nullifies his sinful reactions. One who performs Purushottam Vrata properly will attain unlimited Sukriti and go to the spiritual world. And Purushottam month, Jagannath Puri is called Purushottam Desh. So whenever this Purushottam month or Adhik Maas appears between Jagannath's Rath Yatra, Snan Yatra and Rath Yatra, although it's only for 15 days, but whenever by calculation it appears that year between Snan Yatra and Rath Yatra, so that is the year of Navkalevar of Lord Jagannath. He gets a new body. So that's also, and also, if you remember the story of Prahlad Maharaj and Hiranyakashipu. So Hiranyakashipu, when he performed austerities, and Brahmaji appeared, so Brahmaji asked him, what benedictions do you want? He said, I want to be immortal. No, Brahma said, I cannot do that. I am mortal. Okay, give me benediction. I don't get killed inside the house, outside the house, on the land, in the sea, in the air, by anything created by you. So that was also a condition. So Lord Nrsimhadev, when he killed Hiranyakashipu, that was actually Purushottam month, because Purushottam month is not created by Brahmaji. See, Krishna or Nrsimhadev, he kept all the promises made by Brahmaji, because he doesn't want his devotee to, anybody to feel that his devotee has lied. And but he still killed Hiranyakashipu. So that happened in the Purushottam month. Of course, he was Jai Vijay, and he died at the laps of the Lord in the month of Purushottam by the Lord himself. So definitely this was a pastime. But see how Lord Nrsimhadev, he kept the words, all the words of Brahmaji, and still killed still killed Hiranyakashipu. So again, very, very important month, very, very auspicious. So we should try to chant more every day. And in the evening, we offer the lamp, just like we do in Kartik, to the Lord. And it gives tremendous benefits, spiritual benefits. And no karma kanda can be done. So that is a good part. Nothing is allowed, nothing is applicable. So only 2 Ekadashis will come that regularly comes anyway. And that's about it. No more vrata, no more austerity, no, nothing else. Just chant more rounds. Okay, so I'll stop here. See anybody has any questions or comments? And also listen to the Chorashtakam.
प्रभु जी वो कार्तिक में सुनना होता है ना?
नहीं, कार्तिक में तो
दामोदर अष्टकम. ओके ओके.
ये Chorashtakam. ठीक है. So we'll stop here. You all have a safe and wonderful day. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada.